What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach. We got another episode of The Journey coming to you today. In today's episode, we have a match in the JD Welsh second round, the JD Welsh Cup second round. There we go. Against Pinner and Cock. And then a match in the league against Llanidloes Major. In between episodes, we've played a little bit better. We've gone 5 matches, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. And that loss was pretty close. I mean, the score doesn't really say that, but neither team was playing super well that match. So it did feel a little bit closer than 1-2. It probably should have drawn 2-2, if I'm being completely honest, but that's alright. And in this match against Coleman Bay, we played okay. As you can see by the ratings, we played okay. We just couldn't find the back of the net to save our lives. What else has happened? Not a lot. Alfie Doy played in the last episode, so that's not news. I genuinely think nothing happened other than playing matches. Fraser Sharp was asking for more playing time. I guess I wasn't playing him enough, so he came back to me and asked for more playing time. I said sure. Pete Thomas has gotten 1 goal and 1 assist from 11 league appearances. Not good enough for a striker. So we're going to give Fraser Sharp a run of games up front. What's his best? I mean, if we could play him as like a DLF, maybe that could work. And then Pritchard swapping over to an inside forward. I've tried this in a couple of matches, and he's played pretty well. We probably aren't going to see him in today's match against Pinner and Cock. I'm going to have to rotate quite a bit. And then probably rotate again for the match against Llanidloes Major. This was an absolute gauntlet of matches Saturday, Wednesday, all the way through until Llanidloes Major. Then we get 10 days break and back to weekly matches. So, without further ado, let's get to the match, shall we? Let's see, what are we going to do? Kean Pritchard does not need to be starting. We'll start Zane Walker. Brandon Beck. What are you unhappy about? Oh, yeah. I'm just choosing to ignore that. Fraser Sharp is injured, so we're not going to start him today. We'll start Pete Thomas up front instead. Livesey Austin will not be starting, and one of these two. I haven't been impressed with Steven Edwards in the last handful of matches, but I don't think Lee Evans can really play that position well. Who else do we have on the bench? Scott Johnson. Who the hell are you? Are you the really good kid? Yeah, you are. We'll play him there. Start him. We'll see how that goes. I don't have incredibly high expectations for him. And as you can see, we have plenty of guys in on loan, and a lot of them look really good. We will get a better look probably after this episode. I will go through their stats and attributes. That's the correct word. And kind of see how they're getting on. See what looks good. See what I can do without. Kean Pritchard's not going to be playing. He got injured in the last match. So I guess Edwards will go on the bench for him. Same with Fraser Sharp. We're not going to push him too hard. So let's have Hulbert on the bench for us. Please. Please. There we go. What else? I think that's really it. Probably one of the DMs. Start Lee Evans instead of Elias Manser. This is still kind of concerning. I don't I don't really know what to do about that. So we'll just keep an eye on it and hope it just works out. Miller in goal as well. Oof. No. In goal, we have Colin and Dang Indy. A back four of Ben Margetson, Alfie Doy, Adam Crooks, and Josh Williams. In front of them, we have Lee Evans and Caleb Hughes. And then we have Zane Walker, Scott Johnson, Brandon Beck, Pete Thomas up front. Let's get to the match. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. Let's try Brandon Beck up front. Let's try that. And then a winger, maybe? How good are you? Let's try that. That seems fun. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. Zane Walker, Scott Johnson, Balin Johnson, Brandon Beck up front. Let's give that a go and see how we do. Pete Thomas, not happy that he's not starting, but I don't care. We're the favorites for a reason. Come on, boys. JD Welsh Cup, second round. Pinner and Cox starting off with the ball. They are moving right to left. Evans up to Griffiths. Back to Evans. Over to Palmer and Burchell. Evans over the top to Mills. It's a really good ball. Trying to find Evans in the box. Unable to find him. That's a really bad pass from Johnson. But it's intercepted by Josh Williams. Brandon Beck with the ball dribbling forward. Up to Walker. Takes the shot. That was a really, really tight angle. But it goes out for a Berrytown throw. Downpour, 46 degrees outside, 83 people in attendance. Absolute sellout today. "20 minutes gone. One shot so far between both teams. Really slow start. Not much happening. Let's offer some encouragement. They all seem to like that. God, there's nothing happening. What are we doing here, boys? And Dang Indy with the goal kick. Boots it long, trying to find Brandon Beck. Unable to find him. Mills with the ball to Taylor. So I saw that the weather said it's a downpour, but there are no rain drops on the screen. So I don't actually know if it's raining or not. So the game is lying to me. Literally unplayable. Say that as I have like 150 hours into the game already. Balin Johnson out wide. Puts the ball into the box eventually. Brandon Beck wins the header. Scores his 10th goal of the season. We might need to play him up front. Let's see how this game goes. Obviously, Pinner and Cock, I don't think are in the Premiership. I think they're in the South. I think they were in the league last year, maybe. But I think this is a team we are supposed to beat, so playing somebody up front that isn't necessarily a striker probably isn't the best way to test him, but he did score. So that's something that neither of our other strikers are doing. Mind you, he has 9 goals before this match. I think like 7 of which have been headers. So that's certainly something. Oh my God. Off the post. And Dang Indy was beat too. Oh my gosh. We got away with that one. That is for sure. Griffith standing over the corner. Going to the near post. Brandon back clears it. Scott Johnson trying to run onto it. Unable to do so. Pinner and Cock are building a bit of pressure here. Palmer tries to cross it. It is deflected. Doy kind of clears it up to Margetson. Hughes up to Johnson. Lee Evans over the top looking for Walker. Running on the right side. Able to find him. Puts it into the box. Brandon back. Can't win the header. It was too far behind him. Hughes. Not a great run from our left back. There's so much room over here. Please, take that. Take that. Ugh. Balin Johnson. Back to Williams. Evans, long-range effort. It is blocked by Peters. He might have a concussion, so referee might need to do something about that. But Griffiths has the ball, gives it to Evans, and we in the highlight. Very quickly into another one, starting from a Pinner and Cock goal kick. Burchell up to Griffiths. Takes the shot from distance, well over the bar. No problem there. Should be going into halftime 1-0 up against Pinner and Cock. And we do. Good start to the game. Keep it up. I think I will make one change. Do we have the 5? Yeah, we do. So let's take Caleb Hughes off, bring on Elias Manser. Just to have a little bit of fitness. Same with Margetson off for Danny Davies. We will still have 3 available substitutes on the bench. And all 3 of our opportunities. Lee Evans up to Walker. Starting the second half with the ball. Evans to back to Doy. Manser chips it up to Balin Johnson. Squares it to Brandon Back, who was probably offside. Flag stays down, so we take it. 30 seconds into the second half. We score our second. Brandon Back scores his second of the day. That looked offside. I mean, maybe the left back was keeping him on, but that was very tight. Yeah, we do get the lines. And referee has missed that one. We take it. No VAR. Pinner and Cock 0. Barrytown United 2. I think Pinner and Cock had, 2 shots so far? I think that's what that said. Williams up to Balin Johnson. Brandon back ahead of him. Good tackle from Peters. Johnson takes the shot right at the goalie. Did not ask too much of him. We have a free kick. Plays it short to Johnson. Back to Walker. Into the box. Could have been a really good first touch, but Alfie Doy has the ball. Gives it to Elias Manser. Takes the shot over the bar. And a goal kick to Pinner and Cock. Yeah, 2 shots to 9 so far. They have not had any shots on target. Crooks. Back to Manser. Danny Davis. Walker. Takes the shot. He was offside. Does not count. We are in the 60th minute. Lee Evans gives it back to Danny Davies after the throw. Keeps on to it. Into the box. Brandon Back scores his 3rd of the day. That is a hat trick for Brandon Back. All 2 of them were headers. One of them was a weird, awkward, cheating goal. But hey, it counts. Referee didn't call it. Good header from Brandon Back. I think I am going to seriously consider playing Brandon Back up front. We are going to take him off. Let's bring on Pete Thomas. It's a good start. Very good start to today's episode. There we go. Burchell, his shot is blocked. Shouts of handball. Referee is not interested. Burchell takes the shot well wide of the post. Wasted effort there. B. Thomas onto the field for Brandon back. And Pinner and Cock have a corner here. Taylor standing over it. In swinger from the left-hand side. I think Evans wins that header. And it goes out for a goal kick. Griffiths. Evans. Over to Palmer. Over the top looking for Griffiths. It's a good touch. Brings it down. Puts it into the box. Evans heads the ball toward the goalie. But he was in an offside position. So we get a free kick out of that. And give it up immediately. Burchell with the shot, and Dangandy, good save, keeps it in play. It was pretty close on the line there. Adam Crooks brings that ball down. Elias Manser up to Balin Johnson. Back to Manser. Finds some space ahead of him. A lot of space ahead of him. Williams puts it into the box. And Scott Johnson wins the header, scores his first of the season. Pinner and Cock 0, Barrytown 4, 72 minutes gone. And I think we will waltz on to a win here and move on to the next round. I don't know when the draw is, but we will make sure to show it. The draw is always fun. And we get to witness Zach try to pronounce Welsh words and places. And Dangandy boots it long up the field. Evans doesn't really have to try too hard to win the ball. There wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him. Alfie Doy gives it to Elias Manser, who chips it up trying to find Walker. It is intercepted. A weak pass in the end. Burchell takes the shot, had a teammate to his left, takes a deflection on the way. It goes out for a corner kick. Pinner and Cock with an opportunity here. Griffith standing over it, left-footed end swinger, going to the near post. Crooks clears it. Nobody was there. Peters back to Mills. That's a really good pass and a good shot. Kenny Mills? I'm going to say it's Kenny. Kenny Mills scores. Pinner and Cock 1, Barrytown 4. There's a little bit of a lifeline. I don't know what Andangandy was doing there. Diving to his left. Let's go ahead and make another change. Let's take off, I guess Zane Walker can bring on Dan Jones on the right side. Give him 10 minutes of action. Pinner and Cock have taken quite a few shots now. I think that was their 11th shot of the match. That was our 12th. Jones up to Evans. Wins the header. Gives it to Burchell. Shoots it. Going to the near post. And he tips it over the bar. Another corner kick for Pinner and Cock. I believe this is probably going to be too little too late. Ooh, off the crossbar. I think it took a deflection on the way. Another corner for Pinner and Cock. 4 minutes of added time here in the second half. Griffiths standing over it. Goes to the near post again. Roberts wins the header. It goes out for a goal kick. We will make our final change just to kill a little bit of clock. And let's bring on Ruben Lifesey Austin for Josh Williams for a few minutes. And that should bring us home. Brandon back with a hat trick. taking home a match ball. Jenkins boots it up the field. Full time. Pinnerencock 1. Barry Town United 4. Good stuff, boys. Well done. Good win. We needed one of those, I think, for morale reasons. We do get to see the... No. Oh, damn it, Zach. I don't know when the draw is, but we will make sure to show it. Well, we're playing Cairns. I hit the button too many times. We're playing Cairns at Jenner Park. All right, let's just go through the teams because this is a fun little bit that I like. South Gower going to play Blanavin Blues. Hollywell versus Cardiff Met Uni. Abermule versus Llandudno. Carrow Ellie versus Corwin. Llanellytown and Haverford West facing off. Bagland Dragons facing off against the winner of TNS or Pinnace. Britain Ferry versus Carmarthen. Lay Welfare versus Real 1879. Pontypridd and Airbus UK. Abergavenny versus Saltney. Seven Sisters versus Denbigh. Ton Pinter versus Giants Grave. That is an interesting club name. Nickname The Grave. Flint Town versus Porthmadog. Aberystwyth against the winner of Colwyn Bay and Buckley. We will be playing Cairns at home. And Hawarden versus Cumbrian Celtic. And that was Welsh Words with Zach. I hate myself. Alright, 15 trials finishing up, so I guess we get to look at these. Alright, who do we got here? I mean, what do we need? That's the real thing, right? What do we need? Striker. God, Brandon Beck is actually our best striker. Interesting. Can Kean Pritchard play on the left? He can. So, do we then go with one of these, one of these, one of these? I mean, Fraser Sharp can also play on the right. Oh, he's much better on the right. Do we go with that? Who would be better on the right-hand side? Brandon Beck. Stephen Edwards, it looks like. So, alright. Stephen Edwards there. Who's best here? Scott Johnson. And Scott Johnson has scored a goal, mind you. There's a shout to have Scott Johnson on the field. I know you're not really supposed to take these super seriously, but, I mean, come on. I mean, what are those numbers, man? There is a serious shout to have him playing. He's made 3 appearances and has scored 1 goal. Average of 6.83. I mean, genuinely, there's a shout to have him play. He's been here for a minute too. Last year he made 18 appearances in the league. I mean, there's a real shout to have him playing. I mean, we'll give Fraser Sharp a few games. I think we give him maybe 3 or 4. But then, man, we got to talk about this kid. Because Pete Thomas, I'm kind of done with. I'll be perfectly honest, kind of done with him. What is that as a striker? I mean, even that isn't fantastic. 12 goals from 32 matches is not fantastic. He averaged a 6.7. It's not great. The thing going for him, though, is he's 20. He's going to get better. That's the thing. But, I mean, he's wanted. Let's run with this for a handful of matches, and then if I just get fed up with you, you're on the chopping block. So let's look at the trial list real quick. We really need young people. So let's first look for some youngins. Josh Ganelli. That sounds familiar. Thierry Nevers. Blaine Rowe. I mean, none of these guys are going to qualify for the U19 thing. Sakete. 4-star. 1 cap for Zimbabwe. I mean, what is that jumping reach, dude? Come on. Archie Harris, left back. He's a fullback. Those aren't incredible numbers by any means. Fisher. Compare with Ndang Indy. Sweeper keeper on like support. I mean, they're pretty comparable. Nathan Fisher is a little bit taller. Not really sold on him. Jaden Barber's a right back. He's a complete wing back. Inverted wing back on like attack. I don't know. I'll go through these in a little bit more detail after this match against Lantwit Major. We will get the email saying that they're all leaving. I did not get any notification saying that they were being poached by other clubs, so that is promising and worrying at kind of at the same time. So let's get to the match against Llanidloes Major. If we look at the table, we are sitting in 4th. We are 1 point back from Colwyn Bay. We did play... Did we play Cardiff Met Uni? Or was it Colwyn Bay that we played recently? We played Colwyn Bay. Oh, we played both of them. Okay, yeah. So we lost to Cardiff Met Uni. Drew against Colwyn Bay. Recently lost to TNS. So that's that's who we're after this year. I think our goal is to fight for this 3rd spot. When the split happens, who do we play? We play TNS before the split and Cardiff Met Uni. If we could get points from both of those, we will be in very good shape going into the 2nd phase, going into the 2nd phase, or what, I don't know what they called it. Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's get into the match. Alright, so those are the JD Welsh Cup matches that still needed to play out. Come on. Here we go. Let's get into this match. We are at home. This is our last match before a week and a half of rest. So I think we will play a pretty full strength. Yeah, neither of them need fitness tests. So that's good. I think we're just going to go with this. In goal, as always, we have Colin and Dang Indy. Back 4 of Ben Margetson, Alfie Doy, Adam Crooks, Ruben Livesey Austin. Midfield duo of Elias Manser and Caleb Hughes. And our front 4 that's shifted around a little bit. We have Stephen Edwards playing on the right-hand side today. Fraser Sharp in the middle. Kean Pritchard on the left. Up front, we have Brandon Back playing as a deep-lying forward. Let's get to the match. Pete Thomas, not incredibly happy, but oh well. Our home form is important to us. We are in yellow, Llanidloes Major in green and orange, which is an awful color combination. Playing a 5-back with 2 center mids and a defensive mid. Might be hard penetrating them. Tough trying to penetrate them. Couldn't figure out the right way to say that. But either way, it's going to be a tough match. Well, it shouldn't be. They're in 9th. We're in 3rd. Or 4th. We should be winning this match. Brandon Back putting a lot of pressure on the center backs there. When you win the ball, that was a ballsy tackle from whoever that was sliding in like that. Ahui with the ball gives it to Sargent. Over to Dwarzak and Taylor. Kind of resetting the lines a little bit. Going over the top. Unable to find a teammate, but it falls to Curtis. A very bad clearance from, who was that? Livesey Austin heading it to the central areas of the field, which is not where you should be clearing the ball. Jones standing over it, going to the near post. We end up winning that header, and we boot it clear. We've had none of the possession. We've had 30% possession. What is happening? Shogbenny to Jones over the top. Margetson clears it. Shogbenny keeps it in play. Over to Sargent, who's got some space. Takes the shot wide of the post. Sargent. Over to Ahui. Up to Lawler. Back to Ahui. Lawler. Looking for a teammate. Finds Long. Takes the shot. Saved from Andang Indy. Dwarzak out to Curtis, back to Ahui. Looking for the cross, puts it into the box. Taylor heads it toward goal, hits off the crossbar and out for a goal kick. And we need to figure out this possession issue. Let's slow it down here, boys. Play wider. So if they're playing wide defensively, I think we play wider right. Is that how that works? We really need to get this up. And it's climbing very slowly. Hughes, standing over the free kick, on target, out for a corner. Goalie did get a touch on it. Livesey Austin going to the middle of the box to really nobody. Edwards trying to find Pritchard. That was a good opportunity. Didn't get enough on it. It is cleared in the end. We do have a throw. Margetson throws it into Sharp. Edwards slides it over to Brandon Back. Scores his 13th of the season. Barrytown 1. Landwick Major 0. So far it has worked out, playing slower. Sharp up to Steven Edwards, takes it all the way to the end line. Brandon Back is there just to poke it into the back of the net. Keeper didn't even dive. If he did, he would have bashed his head up against the post and would have had to wear a helmet. Halftime, Barry 1, Landwick Major 0, and I think this was that was the goal, obviously. I think maybe this little uptick was slowing the ball down. Yeah, we need more possession. And I have a very itchy eye. Allergies. They are a year-round thing for me, unfortunately. I get about 2 weeks of peace, and then back to sniffling. And it's usually in like January. So hopefully soon I won't have to scratch my nose all the time or sniffle or rub my eyes or any of that nonsense. Steven Edwards, tackled by Jones, gives it up. Adam Crooks over to Ruben Livesey Austin. Brandon Back up to Sharp. That's a good ball. It's such a bad shot. This is why I don't play you, Fraser. Hughes with the free kick just over the bar, hits the top of the net. Unfortunately, that part of the net does not count as a goal. I think it should. I think if you loop it over the bar and hit the top of the net, I think it should count. But only for my team. Other people, it counts as a goal for us. That was a dumb joke, Zach. Be ashamed of yourself, my friend. All right. Let's make a change. Ben Margetson can come off for Danny Davies. And I guess Elias Manser off for Lee Evans. Confirm that and continue. Got about 20 minutes left to play. This has not been the most entertaining game of soccer ever. I'd probably ask for a refund if I watched this live. 82nd minute, let's make our changes. Kean Pritchard can come off for Balin Johnson. And we'll continue from there. In just a couple moments, we will make our final 2 changes. Caleb Hughes with the free kick puts it on target. Danny Davis gives it back to Hughes. Shoots it right at the goalie. Lawler's in the box, tries to square it, trying to find a teammate, and dang, Indy is in the right spot, just puts his hands up in the air, catches the ball, boots it long way up the field. Fraser Sharp is in here. 1 touch, takes it. Somehow that was an own goal. I don't really know how. Okay, well, we'll take it. 2-0 to the good guys. We'll make our final changes. Let's bring off Fraser Sharp after that goal. Do one of these, do one of these, do one of these. And we'll bring on Josh Williams for Leipzig Austin. And see out the match. 3 minutes of added time goes by pretty quickly. Taylor standing over it, plays it short on Honore. Over the top. Referee blows for full time. Barrytown 2, Lantwit Major 0. Well done, boys. We'll take it. That does put us above Colwyn Bay, but they do have a game in hand. So we'll probably end up losing that. Let's see here. Jaded, whatever. You're fine. When are we coming back? Let's come back for, I guess, Cairns and TNS, because it's TNS. Or maybe it'll be a double JD Welsh Cup match if we beat Cairns. I don't know. We'll come back for the Cairns match, and then after that match, we'll figure out what the second match is going to be. But that's where we're going to end it here today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. And as always, we'll see you later.